Good evening, rockers. Vegas Rock Goddess here on the Rocks. Total entertainment live from somewhere off the Las Vegas Strip tonight. End it all. This band is all over social media, so let's let them in. Welcome to On the Rocks, you guys. I've been really looking forward to this interview. You have an amazing EP that I am really, really enjoying. What's going on? How are you guys doing?
Doing great, doing great. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries. You can thank Evelyn. I've been in contact with her for a while, and we had to reschedule. Unfortunately, the last one. Um,
Mhm.
but I'm back from the flu, so
Oh goodness.
Oh,
yeah, that's hitting everybody. But anyway, so let's get down to it. How long have you guys been a band, David?
we have been. I think we're going. July will be exactly. I think it's like July 6th or sometime in July will be exactly 2 years. Because Buddy and a couple of the other guys, they were in a previous band before, and when that band disbanded, the, our singer Greg got with them, and then I came in the fold like later on. But it's been about 2 years on that, and so it's been quick. It feels quick. It doesn't feel like it's been 2 years, but and then
No, don't.
and as soon as we formed, I mean, work started. I mean, we were pedal to the metal.
Yeah, you guys are solid, buddy. How do you feel about the band right now in 2024? I mean 25, sorry. You were in 24. Go ahead.
No, I think we are kind of coming into our own in this second EP. We kind of found our pace, kind of found some of what our sound is. The first EP, Leave, we were just really trying to define who we were as a band, and with the second EP, again, it calls. We're honing in on that. Got a little bit of the grunge and some of the new metal influences that you're seeing there. And 2025, we're really coming into who we are as a band.
Yeah, and this is really we're kind of in the middle of the year right now. We're almost, what I'm saying, to the finish line. I can't believe it. I feel like we just started. But 24 has been a real eye opener for metal again. Metalcore, just it's. I wouldn't say it was always there, but I'm saying I think it's been pushed to the forefront now because you have a whole new generation of listeners, of fans that really are the future of
Yeah.
hard rock and heavy metal. And they love the old stuff, but they're really embracing your stuff. Am I right?
I would say for sure. I mean, some of the bands that I grew up listening to, they're back out on the road touring now and selling places out.
Right.
So it's the bands that influenced us, and as your musicians growing up that are out there, selling shows out and stuff. So it's a perfect time for us to take our influences, make our own music, and get back out there with it too.
Oh, right. What do you think, David? You have a lot of younger fans, don't you, that come to your shows? That
Yeah, yes, it's a good bit on the. I'd say you have the younger side, but there's actually an older side. I don't want to say old, but an older side that you wouldn't realize is really into that and are kind of they're wanting to hear more, something a little on the heavy side. I think there's a lot more of that. One thing I've always noticed that I feel like if you listen to just regular like hard rock, like you got hard rock, your metalcore, and all that. I think a lot of your hard rock that's coming out now, they're sounding a little more like a metal, a little more of a metal influence than 2010 and stuff like that. I feel
Yeah.
like even just hard rock itself is getting heavier, and
Yeah.
that may be because metal is getting even heavier. But I
Right.
feel like it's going that way.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, 24 and 25 are going to be pivotal times, if I said that correctly, for this genre to really push forward because people are hungry now for original material.
Yeah.
I think we've all pretty much had it with cover bands. I don't know about you guys. You know, there's a difference. You know, tribute band that's a little different now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But when we're talking, how many times can I hear Paradise City
Yeah.
by 500 different bands? I'm like, check please. I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, you know, a lot of it, I think they use, because I used to use it. I used to have to use it. It's kind of an extra income as well, you know.
You know, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I'm saying as a fan, okay,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
as a lifelong fan of hard rock and heavy metal, we are craving original music.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. And it's the original music. It's tough. The scenes are, depending on where you're at, is really tough. So I know where we're at. You know, it's a push. You got to push hard. You really got to push hard. You know, for your music. But when you do see people acknowledge it and react with it, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, because you guys are blowing up TikTok, which is absolutely awesome because you guys are on the rotation constantly. And that is really important because right now, TikTok is the hottest platform for metalcore and hard rock bands that are wanting to get seen. You know, Instagram to me is falling off. Okay. Facebook is still kind of in there, but TikTok is moving forward with the music scene. And I just think it's really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was reading somewhere, you know, and they were talking about TikTok is how new artists are being found these days. And, you know, kudos to Kaylin because, like, she is our, you know, management and social media, and she is killing on that.
Let me tell you something. That woman is the hardest working woman in metal right now.
Yeah.
She has got her work cut out for her because let me tell you something. She's on it.
Yeah.
And as I explain this to every band that comes on, a lot of these bands are not embracing social media. Okay. They're still like this. And I'm like, if you're going to be like that, you're going to be like this.
Yeah.
Which is out the door because you're not going to get the followers, the listeners that you need. People want visual stimulation. Okay. When it comes to hard rock and heavy metal. And that's why I have this platform because it gives you a chance to really say what your band is all about.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. And it's people like you and people like that really, that we definitely appreciate. I know, you know, it because you kind of, you know, when you see a lot of these on TV and stuff, there's a lot of money put behind that. So unless you're pushing all these millions, thousands of dollars, it's hard to get seen. So when people like you give these platforms for bands like us and stuff, it's we definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, it's super important.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, I've been doing this show now for 5 years, and I just do it because I love the genre. I love music in general, you know. I mean, I grew up, you know, listening to Foghat, you know. Yeah, BTO. I mean, that was my generation of rock, you know. Pat Travers. I mean, I am old school rock, my friends. But let me tell you, when it was metal, you know, I was in my room listening to Ted Nugent, Intensity in 10 Cities.
Oh yeah.
Or Back in Black for like the 18th millionth time and melted my cassette.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been in it to win it for as long as I can remember.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I'm kind of different because I grew up. It's just kind of funny to me because I'm all into deathcore and stuff like that now too. I love listening to all that. But I grew up. I was nothing but '90s country.
And nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you something. I mean, when you guys started this band, was it metal that was going to be your genre, or did you guys want to put your hands in a lot of different things?
Oh yeah, we definitely got a lot of different influences. I mean, like me and David, your rhythm section of our band likes metalcore, and the harder the better. And then you have Greg, our singer, and he loves some Deftones, and Eric, our guitarist, he is huge on Alter Bridge and anything Tremonti. So you take all that and you kind of cram it together.
Oh yeah,
you get influences from every direction.
Yeah, Tremonti is amazing. That's one of the most underrated guitar players.
Oh yeah,
I've ever seen live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is really great. And like I said, there's so many influences now coming out in 24, like kind of out of the woodwork. I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, Pat Travers is back on the road. I actually saw him 2 years ago. He actually comes in and out of Vegas a lot. And let me tell you something, that guy can still play, Oh,
I'd love to go see him. Oh, yeah.
We never want to forget about the old players, because let me tell you something. Those players are what made bands like yourself like influence today.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, how did you guys come up with the name of your band, End It All? It's obvious, but go ahead. I want to hear the.
Go ahead, buddy. You're better at talking about that.
Okay, so like we all kind of got together and we were throwing out some names, and none of them just really stuck. None of them was really fit what we were trying to do. And I think our guitarist Ty kind of threw End of All out there. And initially I was like, nah, I don't really care for that.
Right.
But like everybody else was like, oh man, that's pretty good. I like that. And the more we got to talking about it, we started talking more of theming, what the songs were going to be about and everything. And it was almost this post-apocalyptic feel to it. And more we started talking about that, we're like, oh, I started getting on board with the name. I was like, okay, so it's more than just End of All. It is a theme. It is something, we're putting into the music and our image as well.
Right. And it really kind of resonates with your music, as well. Because you guys have a lot of, like I said, a lot of different influences with this band, I hear a lot of almost Thin Lizzy.
Oh yeah, love me that. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint. Disturbed as well kind of comes out for me a little bit as well. But I mean, okay, so you've got 2 EPs out, right? So what else are you guys working on right now?
So I think we're going to actually so we've done the 2 EPs, and I think we're just going to kind of work single by single for just a little bit, just to kind of let the music flow a little more. Because with the EPs, we did find ourselves kind of, I think, feeling kind of scheduled, like where we had deadlines to meet, and so kind of because we were running up on when we needed to get another single out and stuff. Right. So I know we already have one song that we've that's just about there, ready for the next step on recording and stuff. But I believe that's the last we've talked. We were going to try to just go kind of like that, not worry about the EP as much at the moment, and maybe down the road that might present itself again. But just kind of flow with when we get a good song and a single that we're ready to throw out there, we throw it out.
Well, that's good, because you guys got to stay on track. Now, what's going on with your live shows? What are some of the upcoming dates that you guys are going to be on?
So we have a show this Saturday, no, excuse me, this Sunday here locally in our Jackson area where we're from. We're doing it's the 1 year anniversary of Illuminate Mississippi, which is kind of our social media spotlight of all the music going on in the area.
Okay.
We're playing the big 1 year party for that. We'll be down on the coast at the Poorhouse doing a big massive media bash on the 5th. And beyond that, we're kind of like David said, we're trying to hone in on some of the new music. We're spending some time really refining some of the next songs.
Yeah. Well, that's good because, summer, you want to get as many gigs as you can.
Yeah.
And you're in Jackson, Mississippi, right?
Right.
That's a great area for metal. Over the past, I think, couple years, I've interviewed quite a few bands from that area.
Yeah.
And, you're close to Nashville, but yet you're kind of in the Midwest. So, I mean, you guys are getting a lot of influences from other bands, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're positioned pretty good. The Jackson scene itself is kind of slow, but just north of us, you got Memphis and Nashville.
Right.
South of us, you got New Orleans and Mobile and the Gulf Coast. Same amount of time you drive west, you can get over to Dallas. So we're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, you're in a good position because you have a lot of states around you that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are some of the goals for your band right now for 24 and 25?
Well, we, like David said, we're working on some of the new material. Before with the EPs, we were kind of on a schedule trying to make sure we hit it at the right time. These next several songs that we've started working on, we decided we really wanted to refine them really well, kind of showcase us as songwriters and musicians before we even, got into the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also working on our live performance and getting some lighting that goes along with our music, make it more of a stage show instead of just showing up and playing your music, so that you give the fans good music, good show, lots of energy,
visual,
and that's our focus. Yeah, visual.
Yeah, because that's really what a lot of my friends are looking for, some visual experience for metal band.
That's been really big on my list of stuff that I wanted to do with End of All. And we've been working towards that. I've got a lot of the lighting and the programming and stuff here at the house, and I've been trying to get ready for shows later on in the year to where we can have a fully synced up light show along with our music.
Yeah, that's going to really bring people in visually,
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that's really amazing. Now, what are some of the bands that you guys have played with in the past here that you maybe hope to hook up with again?
I know we got some friends that are with I think they're with Massive Media, Sick in the Summer.
Mm-hmm.
They I love playing with them. We've played with them a couple times. Broken Side, I'm ready to play with them again. We played
Great
with them.
band.
Yeah,
Great band.
Played with them once. And then
what about Storage 24?
Well, we haven't had a chance to put a show together, but we're definitely willing.
They're also a great band.
Yeah, they're they're from here in the Jackson area, and me and Greg actually played in a band a decade ago with their guitar player.
Okay.
So we all know each other.
Yeah, that's a great band. I'd like to see a Mississippi Slaughter, which would be like all the best bands from Mississippi in one show.
Well,
that would be sweet.
We would love that. We would love that.
That would be pretty amazing to do some type of outdoor festival.
Yeah.
That would be really cool though.
Yeah.
But, what are some, Buddy? What are some of your influences musically?
Musically, so I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan. Geezer Butler is up there in the top list of bass players. I like a lot of old school Metallica. And then when you get into newer music, I'm a big Demon Hunter fan. And Impending Doom, I'm wearing their shirt right now.
Yeah, I love their graphics.
Oh yeah. And I was privileged to get to see them and meet them over in Birmingham earlier this year.
Okay.
But yeah, so I like a lot of the old stuff, the old metal, Black Sabbath and Metallica and Megadeth. But I love a lot of the newer metal. I love Korn. I'm probably going to see Korn more than anybody else. And then Sepultura and Soulfly are two of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah, what about Suicidal Tendencies?
Oh yeah, love those guys too.
Yeah. There's so many influence. We could talk about this for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
There's just so many influences in metal. David, what are some of your influence? We know you like Tremonti, okay, but what are some of your other influences?
Well, I'm not much on the Tremonti, but I mean, I like it. I love Creed. Creed was an influence. And Metallica, obviously. Now, where I came into a certain style on the drums, I'm not saying I'm anywhere where this guy was, but where my style is Joey Jordison, Slipknot. Huge Slipknot fan, but mostly the Joey Jordison era. I'm a huge Rev fan from Avenged Sevenfold. I love Avenged Sevenfold. A lot of your deathcore bands, your Whitechapel, your Lorna Shore. I mean, I'm not playing stuff like that, but but yeah, those are a lot of the big influences are the stuff like the Avenged Sevenfold and Slipknot and stuff like that, and Creed, and then I throw some a little Mudvayne. I love Mudvayne.
Mudvayne from my rock era, man. They're originally from Chicago.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I love Mudvayne.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, that is one band that I'm glad is back together right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're a huge influence on a lot of bands.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy. Each individual, nobody blends with the other. They all stand out with the drum, especially the bassist. Well, Ryan Martini or something like that, I think is the bassist name. So everybody, and it's just, they are one that just got put together all right, like just perfect.
Yeah, so, I mean that's one great band.
Mm-hmm.
Because I came from the era of Disturbed, is from Chicago.
Yeah,
I actually got to see their first show.
Oh wow!
Before, they were giving away free tickets to the show.
Yeah,
I got a really good place up in the balcony because I remember the bass player broke his leg. And he had a chair and he was playing this. He had his one leg on it. He was making it work.
Yeah.
But that's one band that really, I think, kind of influenced everything moving forward too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I used to jam to some Disturbed when they first came out. So.
Yeah. I just remember running home after school when The Sickness came out. I'm like, I gotta get this. Yeah. I had to run to the record store. I'm like begging my dad after work, please take me to the record store.
Yeah. I play the intro to the Down with the Sickness just as a joke when it gets quiet, because it's easy to hit the toms and stuff. I'll just do that. And I mean, you see people, no matter who it is, every person out there looks and knows exactly what it is. You know?
Right. I mean, how could you not? It's like Limp Bizkit.
Oh, yeah.
When you hear the Nookie,
I have gathered a newer respect for them, because back in the day it was kind of, I don't know, I felt like it was kind of cliche, I guess, when they were really, really out there, and I didn't know that much about them. So I mean, but man, I'll go back and listen to an album from them or something, and their newest album, they had a few good songs on there. I was like, wow, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's
pretty
crazy.
good.
I mean,
Yeah,
they actually filmed Nuki in Chicago.
really.
That's how they got all those chicks to wear white T-shirts. They had an open call. They didn't tell them what it was for, and they put red hats on them, and that's what happened.
Really.
But
That's wild.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, there's so many great, like I said, older bands that are totally influencing 24 and 25 right now, which is great. It's great to see some of these bands coming back, which I'm really surprised. They waited 40 years, but that's okay.
You know what's crazy, and I just thought about this with Limp Bizkit, and hell, who knows if Mudvayne, if they put out something new. But it also seems like a lot of the older bands that are coming back for like another round, their stuff is starting to sound like it might have a little influence from the bands that they influenced.
Right.
And it's kind of full circle in a way,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. You know, I mean, music is constantly changing, and you guys are changing with it, which is great. So you guys are keeping up with the trends as far as that goes. Now, before I let you guys go, why don't you tell everybody your social media so they can find out more about your band?
Sure. Right now, we have our website is eoaofficial.com. From there, you can get on our YouTube, you can get on Facebook, our Instagram, TikTok, all of our social media links are there. You can find us on Facebook. We have a really good Facebook presence, as well as Instagram. And just like you said earlier, if you look up End of All on TikTok, you're going to get a lot of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it was great seeing you guys finally getting you on the show. I don't want you guys to be strangers. Let's keep in touch.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
We'll do a follow-up in 25 and see where you guys are at. Hopefully, we'll hear some new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe I'll have somebody putting some makeup on me by then. Yeah.
You guys keep it going, though, okay? Because you're the ones that are really grinding. I mean, I love doing this show, but I also love interviewing bands that are hungry and ready to go. And you guys are there. So definitely keep up the good work. Thanks to Kaylin for hooking us up.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we're going to talk again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
you so much.
You guys take care. Be safe.
Right. You
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's see.
End it all. This band is really cooking on TikTok, YouTube. Thanks to Kaylin from Massive Media for hooking up the interview for me. She's amazing, hardest working, one of the hardest working girls I know in metal. This is the Vegas Rock Goddess on the Rocks, total entertainment. Always like and subscribe to On the Rocks because you never know who I'll be interviewing next.